Hi everyone, good morning. Thank you for being here. Pac-12 Media Day is just such an unbelievable day. It keeps getting better, and to see the room filled with such terrific communications talent is really meaningful to us. We feel in this conference like the story is no longer that we're on the rise, but that we're here, and that's really fun to be a part of, to have been part of somewhat of the growth, and now to see the student athletes thrive on this platform. Very excited to have these two young women here with us today. As MC said, they're now juniors. Personally, for me, they've been through so much with us, and they've turned into not just great talents, but really unbelievable leaders. To see them as upperclassmen showing our youngsters what Cal basketball is about. Their goal is to lead us back to the top. I have a lot of confidence in them. I think since the last several years, this is our best combination of veteran talent and leadership with youth that's ready to contribute. Freshmen and sophomores that can play, but they have juniors and seniors to show them the way. So we're really excited about the upcoming season and can't wait to get started.
Hi, Lindsay. Tom Fitzgerald, San Francisco Chronicle. Tell us about Jordan and how things are going on that front, and if you're going to have Jordan and the other young man, Weston, on the bench with you during the season.
So Jordan is my son. Not Jordan Cannon, although we can talk about her too. They met last night. It was very fun. This time last year I was pregnant and couldn't tell any of you all, so I was just self-conscious about if I had a bump showing or not. So it's pretty unbelievable now to have a 5-month-old son. As those of you who are parents know, it's life-changing, it's unbelievable, but for me the most special thing is that the young women I coach, who are also my family, are integrated with my other family of Patrick and Jordan, and that's been the most gratifying thing, to see them interact with him. For me, the challenge, and I told him this before I went on maternity leave, I'm going to be the same type of coach. I'm going to be just as accessible. You're going to be able to talk to me about anything, but there may be a little guy bouncing in a bouncy chair next to us, and literally that's what has happened. So it's been an unbelievable experience. I appreciate you asking about that, but the focus for our team this year really is about being the Cal basketball team we know we can be, and to just have my family be part of that is pretty special.
Jim McGill, Bear Insider. Kristine and Asia, you were both talented enough to play a lot as true freshmen, and now you're juniors. How does that change things for you two, both in terms of leadership and your role on the team?
Well, for me, I came in and I, of course, saw great leadership. So I'm just trying to be the leader that I watched and I expected from the upperclassmen. And it's just really exciting. It's my last go around, so, well, the last go around, okay, you guys got it. But I'm just really excited with this group, and yeah.
For me, I would say it's been experience, seeing myself, looking at myself in the mirror, seeing what type of person I'm becoming, and then what kind of leader I'm becoming for the young ones. And then just seeing growth with Kristine and all the other veterans to see where they come. And it's been an experience. I've really been enjoying it.
Kevin Dana, sorry.
No, I don't have a mic either.
Oh. Kevin Dana, Pac-12.com. Coach, I know you said you're going to be the same coach. That said, having a child, has it kind of changed your perspective on coaching and how you coach this team going forward? And then for the players, what's it like having not only Jordan but Weston around, hanging around the team?
So there's nothing, I guess, exactly the same as having your own child, but I really have felt over my career like I've had 12 to 14 children at any one time. I was remiss in the opening statement to not mention Kristine sustained a knee injury. Was it 6 days ago now, right? She's okay. She had to extend her knee. It was very scary. But she's lying on the ground going, Lindsay, honestly. And as a coach, like, she's as much my child. Seeing Asia go through what she's gone through, being a freshman point guard thrown into the mix, I really have felt like I've had children before with respect to the team. So my perspective is just right now different in that I'm trying to balance everything. Having a son that I'm nursing is just a lot of time, and it's a matter of managing that. And sure, like seeing him smile or make some crazy sound makes a missed layup maybe not seem as significant, but I do think that the way I approach the treatment of my players and the way we run the program, I hope that how I am as a mother is just an extension of what I was doing before, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's definitely, I think, a little different to have Weston and Jordan around, and they can speak to that from. But my personal style, I hope that I've approached other people's children, that I've had in my program. That I make a promise to their parents that I'll treat them a certain way. I hope I've always been that way, and now having my own little guy just kind of puts it all in perspective a little bit.
I think, adding on to that, I think her demeanor has changed as a coach because she expects us to just know what we're doing. So we're upperclassmen, me, TZ, Asia, Kayla, Nina, like she expects us to know like what we're doing, and she doesn't really give us that, like the leeway of, oh, you're learning. It's like, you know this, do it. So I feel like that's kind of like our motto going into the season, like we're older, we're better. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith, Pac12.com. For Lindsay and for the players, talking about the Cal basketball team that you want to be and that you think you can be. I know the last couple of years have had their share of frustrations. So how do you turn the channel on that? How do you turn those frustrations of the last couple of years into being the team that you want to be?
That's a really good question. So in terms of basketball things, I think we have a better balance of abilities on the floor. As I've said multiple times, I'm not afraid to say, I think Kristine is, if not the best, certainly one of the best post players in the country. But now I think we have, a terrific three-point shooter and leader in Asia. I think we have someone like Michaela Callan who can get to the rim. I think we have freshmen now, Kiana Smith, Alasia Stiles, Michael Caton, people who can break you down off the dribble and maybe create easy shots for others. I think we just have better pieces than we've had in the past. But Michelle, I think the other point of that is, as Kristine was alluding to, I now have older players who I can look at them in practice and say, this isn't good enough. And they're able to get better within the course of a practice. I don't think we need to lose 2 games or 3 games in a row to say, hey, we need to be better. I think they're better able to self-assess in the moment, and that's maturity, right? I mean, 2 years ago we had 0 seniors. Last year we had 1 that was competing on the roster. Now we've got 2 really significant seniors. Nina Davidson's playing really well and confident, and 2 upperclassmen that I don't know if there's juniors who've played more minutes in their careers in the entire country than these 2.
Being the team that you want to be.
Yeah, I would definitely continue with Lindsay, what she said, leadership, us maturing as players on and off the court, so we see different sides. From our past, we don't want to go through that again. And then we don't want our younger players to go through that, so we want to lead them into a better view of where we want to go.
Lindsay, Janie McCauley from AP. Larry Scott was just in here, and on a bit more of a serious, on a serious topic, he said his message, he did bring up integrity with the women's coaches in the meeting this morning. Could you share a little bit of that message and maybe how you feel about the importance of just a reminder of the integrity of the game?
I mean, first and foremost, as Division I head women's basketball coaches, we're educators. I've said this before, I said it again, said it in some article that came out today. If I'm only talking to them about pick and roll defense, or I'm only talking to them about, running, the transition lanes, I don't think doing a complete job, right? There's a time in their lives where they're learning how to be change makers, they're learning how to deal with adversity. So I think our number one thing is to lead them as human beings. So if I'm not acting with integrity in my own job, I'm certainly not being the leader I need to be for them. I think the game of women's college basketball is unbelievable. We need to protect it. I think it's a good chance for coaches, given what's gone on, nationally, to just take a look and say, are we conducting the sport that we want to conduct? Are we conducting our business the way that we want to and need to? And I think generally we are, but it's a good chance to just reset and say, what path do we want to go down here, and make sure that we're the leaders in terms of how collegiate athletics is supposed to go.
Cindy Brunson, Pac-12 Network over here. This is for you, Asia. as a leader on a team now, an upperclassman with 7 underclassmen underneath you, what's your best piece of advice for your fellow teammates hitting the Cal campus for the first time?
It will probably be to be yourself. I know Lindsay, she's allowed us individually to be ourselves and be comfortable with ourselves and then with around people. And I know as for me, I love being myself. I really do. And it makes me become confident on and off the court. So for advice for them, continue to be themselves. And don't be scared to make mistakes. I think that's probably a hidden thing where a lot of freshmen come in and they're thrown into the fire that's in my place, or they're not sure what college basketball is about. So I think it's okay to make mistakes. That's the process of the 4 years or however long you're going to be there. So.
Okay, Kate Scott, Pac-12 Network. Just individual things you two have been working on this off season. I mean, I know you can shoot the 3, Asia. We're going to see more of that this year. And Kristine, we know you break down low, but what were some specific things you worked on this off season and that we're hopefully going to see in your game this fall?
Definitely continue shooting that 3. Continue to put the ball on the floor as well, but also on the offensive side, knowing where my teammates are. Try to make the easier play for them and not have them, continue to force themselves to do something. And then also on the defensive wise, I need to pick that up. That's definitely something I need to do. So you'll definitely see a change in that.
Hey, well, this offseason I just worked on just getting stronger and getting faster. I wanted to run the entire game and I want to be more efficient. So I felt like if my conditioning is up, I'll be more efficient because I'll be able to take bumps and just keep playing. Just more efficient as in like passing out when I need to, getting the extra, doing the extra play, getting on the floor, defense. I want my game to be I don't want it to be scoutable this year. I want people to be surprised when they get on the court. So that's what I've really been working on, just being diverse, efficient, and faster and stronger.
Ben Parker from GoldenBearReport.com over here. Can you just talk about how cohesive of a team you have at this point, having returned almost all your players? And can you also comment on how the freshmen are adjusting to the college game?
I know it's a time of year where everyone's undefeated and people feel good, but I can say very confidently it's the best team chemistry we've had since our Final Four team. I can see it, I can feel it. Team chemistry doesn't always just mean the rah-rah, we like each other, they do. We're defending national champs of dance team and have fun, that kind of thing. But I think the chemistry is now there where they can hold each other accountable, they can raise the standards, they can get on someone to do better but still be good off the court. So I think our chemistry and cohesion is really good. I think that partly comes from returning most of our players, but it also comes from a concerted effort by the people in the program to say we want more, we want to do better. So I credit the upperclassmen with that. And the freshmen have been great. They've been seamless personalities to integrate. And then from a basketball standpoint, they're very like high IQ basketball, so they haven't seemed like freshmen some of the time. And when they have, they've had friends and mentors and upperclassmen to show them the way.
Hi, Joe Boxley, Pac-12 Networks. There we go. Hey, this is for the players. Hi, Kristine and Asia. Hey, and this may put you on the spot, but I want to put you on the spot because you're leaders, you guys have played a lot, so I want you to be specific. What's your personal goals this season? I want to talk numbers. Because you guys, Kristine, you have some big numbers. And you got to carry the team. Your shoulders probably feel heavy at times. But what do you have to do? What are your expectations per game? Seriously. And also, what are your team's expectations went to the tournament last year, second round? What do you have to do to help your team? What are your goals?
Well, for me, I know some practice. I'm not carrying the team anymore. I'm a big presence on the court, but Asia, her shot has gotten so much better. People are getting to the rim. Kayla's getting to the rim. Nina, she's shooting the 3. We have so much talent. The freshmen shooting the ball well. Our starters are great. We lost one player. We went to Australia, we went to New Zealand. We killed it. I'm just really excited for the season. More so numbers. I'm just trying to be efficient. Like, I'm trying to get to the rim, finish. I'm trying to pass the ball. I'm trying to shoot the three, shoot mid-range. I'm just trying to be efficient all around, play defense. Like, I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to, like, I'm not setting big goals because, like, I know the goals that we have for ourselves, but, like, if we don't make it, okay. But if we do, we got better than we did last year. So I'm just trying to win and play strong, play hard. Yeah.
As for me, pretty much everything Kristine said, literally. But for me, I want to be the constant leader. Whether that's I have to score. I know I have to score more. I definitely have to do that on a consistent basis. I have to defend better on a consistent basis. Assists, keeping those up. Whatever I have to do to help this team win, I'll do it. So it's going to be multiple things I'll have to do in one game, and I don't mind doing that.
We've got time for one last question. We'll have Anne-Marie Anderson from Pac-12 Networks.
So take us out. Australia and New Zealand, you said you killed it over there. Can you tell us a little bit about how you felt with the intensity before the season started and what you mean by that?
Like, Lindsay brought up, Coach Lindsay brought up that the team chemistry is on a different, like, it feels different. And going to those trips, I felt like we just got closer. We did so much. We did scuba diving, zip lining. It was so much fun. And I'm just really excited with our team. I felt like on the court, whatever translated off the court went on the court. So we're passing the ball. We're running for each other. We're playing hard for each other because that was what we worked on the entire summer.